We have an update on the Washington Post debacle. More and more journalists are resigning. And let me just say, all of you journalists who have this liberal narcissism, no one knows who you are. You don't need to announce your resignation. We don't know you. We don't care. If a tree falls in the forest, if someone quits the Washington Post, the world will continue spinning. These journalists who are quitting the Washington Post, they look like little crybabies and spoiled brats. Do you know how spoiled you have to be to just quit your job because you want to in this economy? What if y'all started being thankful that you get to sit hunched over a computer all day writing little BS articles that barely anyone's gonna read and you get paid for it? You're not picking up trash, you're not working in a field, you're not working in a factory. Be glad you have this cushy little job in a liberal enclave. I have a reality show idea. Why don't we take all the journalists who have quit the Washington Post and make them do jobs that actually keep the country running? I'd love to see them try and be truck drivers for a day. I also have to say that Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post for $250 million back in 2013. The man has a yacht that he spent $500 million on. He spent twice as much on his yacht as he spent on the Washington Post. That is a little pet project for him. His yacht has its own Wikipedia page. Jeff Bezos is one of the wealthiest men on earth. He's got a smoking hot girlfriend, and all these little journalists are like, we're quitting. We're going to teach them a lesson. Well, you know what, Peach Fuzz? Put on your Birkenstocks and walk out, because I guarantee you, he does not care. Now, 200,000 people have canceled their subscriptions to the Washington Post, and what we're really seeing is the death of legacy media. What really baffles me is that the people at the Washington Post, they're supposed to be these smart, bright minds. They live in New York City. They work in a fancy building. They write all these articles. They win awards. None of y'all could see how the media landscape was changing over the last 10 years, and you all got left behind. When you fail to hire conservative writers, independent writers, people from all walks of life, and you only push one political ideology most of the time, you're not going to flourish in the world we're in today. Independent media is eclipsing legacy media because they know how to keep up with the times. In the last month alone, I have gained over 100,000 new followers here on TikTok. People want the truth. They want to be entertained. They want the news right now. They don't want to read the Washington Post to find out what happened weeks ago. And what I've noticed from the Washington Post, the New York Times, and other liberal mainstream media publications, a lot of the journalists, they think of themselves as activists. The last thing I'll say is this. To all the journalists who are crying and walking out of the Washington Post, everyone's replaceable. Everybody is replaceable in this business. So if you think you're so hot and special, you're just going to walk out, go. Don't let the door hit you. Does this man look like he cares? He bought the Washington Post as a fun little project. That was chump change to him. $250 million, that's nothing to Jeff Bezos. And you guys think you're going to teach him a lesson? Also, the people unsubscribing, you think you're going to teach him a lesson? Get a grip. All right, my friends, thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about the legacy media versus independent media. Where do you get your news from? I will see you on the next one. Bye.